Breaking news: SANWO-OLU compensation for MC OLUOMO insubordination to NURTW are time bomb waiting to explode. Hello, my wonderful people. In case you're not aware, we keep reminding you again and again that MC OLUOMO is a TINUBU boy. Okay, whether you like it or not, the guy is a TINUBU boy, and TINUBU boys, this election is around the corner. So they are going to work. They are going to do one thing or another. And MC OLUOMO controls, we have the big boy, we have the big boys, and we have the commanders. He controls the streets. So you want to tell me that the National Union of Road Transport Workers will remove MC OLUOMO and TINUBU will be quiet? My dear, you can see that Lagos state government have to get involved. All TINUBU need to do is one call. I say this man, he does not just visit TINUBU. He rests. When you are talking to your dad, he can rest on TINUBU's shoulder and talk to him because they control the level. How do you think that the person of Akinwumi was removed? You think if they were to vote, all things being squarely, length and breadth, you think that Akinwumi will not have a chance? Well, my wonderful people, what Tinubu did is like when you are waging war against MC OLUOMO, okay, you are waging war against Tinubu because that's where the thing is going. Let's get all the details. SANWO-OLU's compensation for MC OLUOMO's insubordination to NURTW are taking time, waiting to explode. Leaders who deserves to succeed must not allow themselves to be hosts to narrow interest. In the end, they lose out and become irritants when the big picture is unraveled and the vision to that end becomes a reality. In returning Musiu Akinsoye, or MC OLUOMO, as is popularly called, to the back door of the head and sensitive group of Lagos State motor parks and garages. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu returns, has appointed Musiu Akintoye to head a committee to oversee the affairs of all motor parks and garages in the state. The appointment came hours after the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, finally announced the sacking of Mr. Akinsoye, popularly called MC OLUOMO, as the chairman of its Lagos chapter. And Lagos state government, we saw them dissociate themselves from everything and ask him to become the chairman. According to a statement credited to Boyega, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, the government set up a park management committee in fulfillment of its promise to ensure the events of NURT are not allowed to threaten law and order. The government has therefore exercised its constitutional power to ensure that no vacuum which can disrupt the peace of the dear state is allowed to exist in the park, the statement reads. This is the duty we owe to all Lagosians and visitors. Last month, the state government has announced the suspension of NURTW activities in parks and garages across the state. The suspension then was also reaction to the suspension of MC OLUOMO by the national headquarters of the NURTW. The suspension was in sequel to a conflict between Mr. Akinsoye and the NURTW national body, which led to the formal withdrawal of the membership of the Lagos State Council from the union. On Wednesday, it was reported that the NURTW national body has dissolved the state chapter council because Mr. Akinsoye is alleged insubordination and refusal to apologize. He boasts to his friends that NURT cannot do anything to him because TINUBU has his back. So he said TINUBU has his back. TINUBU have your back, but is that all? TINUBU has your back. Is that the way forward? TINUBU has your back. Is that the way forward? This man has, according to NURTW, has been, he has behaved in a particular way and manner that they deemed it fit to be called or termed as a subordination. Yet he's been rewarded by SANWO-OLU, who went ahead to make him the head of motor parks. Of course, I can assure you that the state government cannot do anything to him because the great government is being controlled from powers from above, and the powers from above are determining what happens in the state. So when you look at it very critically and clearly, the guy knows who is behind him or what he's got, and so cannot be threatened or cannot be, moved around. His mind is made up. So instead of the Lagos state government, to look for a way, diplomatic way to go around it, they shut out a union because the union is not moving in the in direction or in favor of what could potentially bring Tinubu some, desire that he may get out of this. And so MC Olumo can boast to his friends and tell them, you know what, the union is not very serious. If they do anything, we'll get out. And he eventually got what he said. That's the power of godfatherism that destroys our nation in no small way. With what the union has done, am I saying it is correct? I don't know. Am I saying MC Olumo was right or was being oppressed? I don't know. But there are better ways to handle the matter rather than making the other person feel that if you misbehave, you do this, you do that. Because at the end of this all is going to brood out. It's going to continue in another way, in the sense that MC Olumo, other branches will begin to take a cue from this. And how is it going to go? Going forward, what is the way forward in terms of all these things happening? What is the way forward? We need to be careful the decisions we are making. Yet this is the man who is clamoring to become the president of the country. So is he becoming the president to ensure that there is law and order, things are done decently and in order, and there are structures in place, or for what he wants? And if what he wants, he does not get it, then he begins to take other drastic steps in order to be exactly what he wants. Is that how we're going to move forward as a nation? Is that we're going to really, really, really excel and really, put structures in place? So when he becomes president, for instance, and Nigerians are insisting that the constitution will be followed, is he going to turn things in order to favor his own people? Things we all must truly, really consider and begin to put thought to, because we cannot continue like this. If we continue like this, we'll have ourselves to blame. And the time to move forward, the time to make a real decision, and the time to, come out of the current, presentation and predicament is now. We can see it. You can see it. You and I can see. You and I can see. You and I can see for yourself. It's terrible, but it's happening. Leave us a comment. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us, is bye for now. Bye. Have a good day.